Use registered mail to identify your vessel. This places your document vessel into international law and gives it recognition in international commerce. This is another assertion that you are in fact foreign to the jurisdiction that they are trying to place you under. This number now becomes the case number for any and all paperwork related to the first document sent. See? That's how you get the same number. Because this number now becomes the case number for any and all paperwork related to the first document sent.
Right. That's why you got to send the registered mail, and you got
and then that's your number.
It's going to cover that whole issue.
You always can use that number. Jolly Roger. If you come upon a flag that is not recognized in international law, it is a pirate flag. Anything attached to a Title 4 USC 1 second flag, i.e. gold fringe, mutilates the flag under the Title 4 USC 3 carries a 1-year prison term. The gold fringe is an added color and represents color of law. When we placed upon the Title 4 USC flag, the fringe is a mutilation. It suspends the Constitution and establishes color of law. The gold fringe flag that utilizes color of law and pretends to be the American flag is not the American flag of peace. It is a pirate flag, and it is your warning as to whom or what you are about to do business with. Army Regulation 26010 states that the gold fringe may be used only on regimental colors, the President's flag for military courts martial, and for the flags used in military recruiting centers. Courts. The flag in court is the court's advertisement of the laws governing their contracts. If you do not wish to contract with these courts, then jurisdiction must be challenged. In order to correctly challenge jurisdiction, you must remember Gertie versus Logan, 6 Bush, KY 8, which states, it is an elementary rule of pleading that a plea to the jurisdiction is a tacit admission of that the court has a right to judge in the case, and is a pleading. It is a waiver to all exceptions to the jurisdiction. It is an elementary rule of pleading that a plea to the jurisdiction is a tacit admission that the court has a right to judge in the case, and is a waiver to all exceptions to the jurisdiction, which means that if you plead, you have waived your rights to challenge jurisdiction. And when the judge attempts to enter a plea for you and says that the state statutes allow him to do so, tell him no, that he cannot practice law from the bench, and that he is not your attorney, and that you do not give him permission to act on your behalf. And then you can remain silent. See, they're going to book themselves. Now read the courts by contract section of this manual for further information. Because they say whatever they ever, but once you put that on the record, then it's already on.
Sit down, don't say nothing else.
Right. U.S. Postal Service or Post Office. You want to get rid of your mailbox and take the numbers off your house. This signifies a commercial address and not your location as a good and lawful Christian man or woman. Since 1863, the military took control over what was the post office. General delivery was the only form of mail prior to that time and was common to all people. The current U.S. Postal Service, USPS, is in effect today as a corporation under military rule that services only the commercial persona in the field of military occupation. However, the common law post office still exists, and general delivery has never been abolished, just hidden. This is why it's imperative that all Christians call for their mail in general delivery at the post office and no longer accept commercial free delivery by the USPS. First, let's get it straight that the God ruling our governments today is the God of commerce, Mercurius. You may know him as Mercury. He's a god of profit and gain, and his fellow god Mars, the god of war, protects Mercury's interests. They were around when Jesus was taken up to a high mountain by the prince and ruler of this world, the boss and king of Mars and Mercury. Our Lord was shown all the worldly nations. The prince of this world tempted Jesus with these nations, saying, I will give you all this power along with their glory, because they have been given to me, and to whomsoever I wish to give them to. And if you'll worship me, all of this will be yours. Quite a bribe. But Jesus told him to get behind me, Satan. It's written that you must worship the Lord your God, and only him will you serve.